Hey everyone, welcome back to the channel. It's Dos Cavazos here. I'm Anthony.
I'm Casey.
And today we're watching the 5th episode of The Haunting of Bly Manor. So last episode, we found out about Edmund. We now know that that was Danny's first love, but also kind of a situation where she had to deal with like who she really was, but she couldn't really tell him. But then now she put the guilt on herself for actually like... She feels responsible for getting him killed. And I still don't think that, like, it's his actual ghost following her around. I kind of just feel like, you know, it's her guilt that's following her around. We still don't know if Peter's real or not. Or real or mean dead, like a ghost there.
When I was editing, I think it was episode 3. That was the one where we got introduced to Rebecca. We forgot something. So when she was she was there, you know, as the au pair, she said, "Oh, the kids like these muddy footprints. This happens like sometimes." So if she was dealing with the muddy footprints,
it wouldn't be Rebecca's
then it
ghost.
Can't be her, right?
Yeah, tracking in the mud. It wouldn't make sense.
Because
no.
I noticed that as I was editing, I was like, we could, yeah. Sometimes you just forget things like that. So it's not her. So then who is this ghost?
I don't know. There's that, like, I got confused, like, with her dolls, because it seems like the dolls are, like, it's like that map in Harry Potter where it kind of tells you where everyone's at. Yeah. Like, that's kind of what it feels like with her dollhouse. Like, it's kind of telling you where all the characters are at. And, you know, they've obviously emphasized the lake a lot, too. That's obviously where Rebecca died. That's where I think Peter killed Rebecca. But then also, if you think about it from the perspective of Peter not being dead, possibly not being dead, which I think he is... But I hope that he's not, because I think that'd be a really cool twist to have him, like, you know, pop up and kind of think, because Danny's seeing things already, seeing her her first love, that like, oh, I'm just seeing more things. But like, no, you're actually seeing something real in addition to that. And I think that could be a really cool twist. But I still think that he's dead. But if he's not dead, it makes sense that it's possible that this ghost maybe killed Rebecca, and it maybe not have been like, you know, Peter that killed Rebecca.
Yeah. Also, I mean, okay, so like if he is a ghost, it would make sense that he would be like possessing Miles potentially. Yeah. But something I was thinking about too is like, what if it's just like a completely different ghost that's like possessing Miles? Yeah. I don't know. I mean, it's old house.
I don't know. The mannerisms that he displayed, like, they're so similar. And like, you know, you brought it up in that 3rd episode too, where we met Rebecca too, and really kind of Peter in that same episode, where we really got the introduction to Peter in that episode. It's just... You could see him talking to Miles a lot, and like, you know, when he handed him the lighter, telling him about like, you know, who I really gave the flowers to and things of that nature, that it's possible that he picked up on it, but like some of the things he says are so aggressive that it makes me feel like he's possessed. But I don't know 100%, because in saying that, it also feels like the kids are trying to protect Danny and everyone too. So I'm not quite exactly sure what the hell's going on, and that's why I love this show so much. It's kind of like a puzzle. Hill House was like that too. You almost have to kind of like piece it together as you kind of work your way along and see like where you're right and where you're wrong.
All right, well, if you haven't already, please don't forget to subscribe and hit the bell so you can stay notified for all of our future videos.
Also, head over to our Patreon where we have full-length reactions as well as other exclusive content. The full-length reaction to the next episode of Haunting of Bly Manor is going to be over there right now, so you want to check that out. The link's down in the description below.
All right, let's go ahead and get into it.
We can't count on the past.
This is a little bit before?
I think this is when...
Well, before they left.
This is probably when Jamie and...
took off to like,
Danny went off.
Say it with me. Hannah Grose in Paris.
What would I do in Paris?
Eat croissants and drink good wine. And live, Hannah. Live.
Come on, Owen.
Yeah.
Time to go home.
Way to kill their moment.
Are you Hannah? Owen Sharma.
Oh, was this like his first day or her first day?
I think so.
Right, yes. Sorry, I'm a little discombobulated.
She was staying off in a space when she met him.
Oh, she's doing an interview.
Yesterday, my mother thought it was 1962. And that I was my grandfather. And that's why I'm here. Need to make a living while I mind her, and I don't know how long that'll... But I won't go running off.
I feel like he's my favorite character. He's just so nice. This is when she walked in on Peter? No, wait, no. This is before. What the heck is going on with her?
I'm pretty sure this was like 4 years, because she said the kids were 5 and 7.
Yeah. She's like losing time, it seems like. Or, I don't know, she like looks lost sometimes.
Is the story taking us through time? This was when...
But she looked confused when she walked into this room. Like she thought she was leaving the kitchen. I feel like she's like in her memories a lot.
Maybe. Or maybe
Maybe
like
that's
he
when
was,
she's staring
maybe
off into
that's why he
space.
was talking about the consciousness,
Yeah.
like...
Oh, look how little they were. Oh, there's that asshole.
Okay, so that's the parents.
Yeah.
And the uncle?
Have you had a fine school yet?
Okay, so this was before.
Um,
Definitely didn't like
you'll bring
Peter.
those in directly, will you?
Immediately.
What if she killed him?
Like, killed Peter?
Yeah. Remember, because she said, if I ever catch you in here again.
Yeah.
Oh, wait, did she just walk into another...
Yeah. She was
Well,
like
she
walking...
came from outside.
Yeah, but it's nighttime now. I feel like she's going through memories, but I just don't feel like...
Is she's losing time.
Yeah. It's either she's losing time or like her memory... There's something she might be like hiding or suppressing. And maybe she's just remembering like fragments at a different time. And that's when she's staring off.
Oh my gosh.
What is going on?
That's some pain.
Somehow, him and whoever she is there,
Oh.
it's just fine.
Wait, he left her then for someone else.
So I think it was like she was just dealing with that.
Yeah.
And that's... Wow.
Cause I couldn't remember. Did they say that that her husband had died?
I don't remember.
I
I
didn't know if
honestly
they
didn't even
clarified
know
that,
that
yeah.
she was... I think I might have missed that part. That when she was married.
What if she killed her husband? Oh my gosh, because like he was cheating, or left her for someone else.
Okay, here we are again.
This is Rebecca. Is this by the lake?
It's almost like she's like snapping into different
Memories and
moments, or
yeah.
maybe because she drifts off and then people will wake her up and she's like,
Yeah.
oh, it's like...
It seems like these are the things that she's remembering, or that she's thinking of during that time.
You're pretty when you blush.
Miles.
Oh.
There's that weird Peterness coming out again.
Peterness?
There's just something so weird and cocky and like flirtatious that he like
Yeah.
he acts sometimes.
very-
But it's not all the time though, which is weird.
It's almost like it's like... Oh. What the hell?
At any moment.
Is this when she was looking at the bottle?
Our entire lives, which is like dying.
Oh, we're back here again.
Yeah. Like these are all the things she was thinking of, I guess, when she was getting talked to by him.
Oh, I thought that was a knife. It's just a vacuum. I was like, oh my gosh.
And then come back and try and act like everything is normal. That's not going to fly with me.
Oh, this is when he came
I
back.
haven't heard from you in days. Tell me what to do. The last time I saw you, you were banging on about me having Owen's batter in my mouth. You don't get to talk to me like that again.
No, never, never. I promise. I do. I promise.
I think he's just manipulating her.
Yeah.
Oh, God.
I feel like he could still manipulate her and still have like some loose wires though.
Oh, yeah.
Like I feel like that
I
could
feel like
be
that's
it.
why he is manipulating her, because of that. Oh.
Honestly, Hannah. Live a little.
Oh, the crack.
This crack. What is that?
Is that still a crack too?
Is it like a crack in her reality? You know, symbolism?
Yeah, I feel like it's symbolism
Maybe.
now.
Like, it is like her.
Oh, what are you stealing now?
What if she's the one who caught him
scared me.
stealing the money?
What are you doing up here?
Henry asked me to pick up a few things.
Shut the fuck up.
From
No,
Charlotte's holiday. You know, Charlotte once told me that necklace is over 400 years old.
shit.
It's probably worth thousands.
Wow.
Oh, you wouldn't think it looking at it, would you?
You're taking things that aren't yours.
Oh, you knew that.
There's them, and then there's us, Hannah. We're the help. Their lives go on, Hannah. Leaving honest people like us in its wake.
Honest, are you?
Honesty, yeah, that's
I'll have the necklace, please. This is my home, Peter Quint. You'll leave long before I do.
Maybe she did kill him.
Maybe she'll see the crack.
I feel like the crack, yeah. Yep.
This crack. What is this? It's the same crack, because it's the same shape.
Crack in her heart, maybe, for being left. Crack in the stone. What's this?
Oh.
This is a chapel? Or is it in the house?
I think it's the house.
Yeah, it's still the house.
Is she gonna see?
Oh, shit!
That's Rebecca. That's the other dress. Because the other one is something else. Wait, was this her the day she died?
I'm looking at this as an opportunity to hone my skills. In Paris, I was a sous chef.
Okay, this was
Excuse
very
me,
neat.
so no, wait.
Wow. Okay.
So I'm sorry. It's going to sound strange, but haven't we already done this?
Yes, but we have to do it again.
What?
You tell me.
What?
Yeah, what?
Let's get back to it. In Paris, I was a sous chef, which means they only let you cut vegetables.
I think she might.
I don't think it's like, are you thinking dementia?
No. I think that was like.
Like, I feel like they're going over this again.
Like, they mentioned dementia for a reason. I don't think she has dementia.
Well, the mom has dementia.
Yeah.
No,
I feel like it's like symbolism, though, for what she might be.
I don't think it's dementia at all. I feel like because he's used to dealing with like his mom and her dementia.
So you said.
He is. He's a good boy, and he would never do anything to
Hurt you? Is that what you were going to say? Whatever would make you say that?
I don't know. He was.
Okay, he wouldn't hurt you. But you admitted he hasn't exactly been himself since his parents died.
No, that's not what I meant.
Miles Dominic Wingrave!
What do you think you're doing?
Oh, what the fuck?
That
was scary.
What has gotten into you?
This is. Like, this is not. What if this is not happening?
Yeah.
Some of this stuff.
If it's like all in her head.
Or maybe she's getting things blended.
Miles!
What the hell is going on?
Miles!
She's in a different outfit now.
I still love him. God help me, I do. I still love him.
Do you think this is her, like, talking to herself?
And what he did was... It was horrible, but...
Or ghosts, and she thinks she's talking to...
I used to be a daddy's girl.
What?
Until, of course, I grew up and I wasn't anymore. I've never met anyone like him. I know he's not perfect.
More than that, though, isn't it? He scares the shit out of me.
He scares me too. But in the best way.
What?
What?
What does that even mean? It's gonna be another...
Different memory or possible memory.
It's like, well,
She's like trapped in.
is it Miles?
I think so.
What the heck?
Let me get your opinion, Rebecca. More salt in the stew?
That man is a glue trap. And when Rebecca realizes that she won't come out whole, she'll think she's okay. Till she realizes she's...
Do you think she's comparing Peter to her husband? And maybe we're going to see something that happened with her husband? You might be right. I think she may have killed him.
I'm looking at this as an opportunity
Back to
to
the
hone my
interview.
skills. In Paris, I was a sous chef, which means they only let me chop vegetables.
Is this just like her whole life? Like, recently, I guess?
Maybe since her husband left?
We need a cook who intends to stay on for a while.
Oh, but when the time comes, I won't go running off.
See, and then it's like we're replaying, or it's like she comes back at different moments.
I'll be stuck in this glue trap of a town just like everyone else.
Okay.
You're familiar with glue traps?
We talked about that once.
Not yet, we haven't. But I thought about it for weeks after we did.
What?
Thought about what that must feel
Yeah,
like.
this is in her head.
Does a mouse know when it's already over? Do we realize when we're in the glue? Or when the water around us is boiling? Or do we sit there, saying this will be okay? Denial! Be careful.
Oh,
When are we now? Just walked into their room at night?
uh-oh.
What the fuck? Walk out! If this is even real.
I need you to pack your bags and be ready to go tomorrow night.
What are you talking about? I can't just...
Please, please,
This has to be
just do
tonight.
that for me. And I promise I'll explain everything when I get back.
Do they not know she's there, or is
I don't
she
think
not
she's
there?
really there.
Yeah.
Like, there's no way in hell they'd have this conversation with her by the door.
But how does she know this?
Maybe she's like looking through the window, or not through the window, but through the door crack again.
Okay, yeah. Definitely is not there. And then how did she see?
This is one of my favorites. I don't find myself in this one too often,
Like
but
memory?
I like
Maybe
you
it's
when
the
I do.
ghost talking to her.
He's so much himself in this one. Before it went bad. I haven't seen you in this one before, though. What are you doing here? How did you slip into my...
I'm so sorry. Miss, I'm so sorry.
No, I wouldn't go out there.
They're all warning.
I think this is when it happened. I can never bring myself to what?
I want to know what the hell happened.
What are you doing up? You
Everyone's
can
up.
sleep.
They don't see her, though.
You heard
Yeah.
something.
I
my
thought
God.
I said go back to bed.
What?
There's the mud.
But who is this? And is this real?
I think it's freaking real. Oh, her face, the eyes. She looks like she doesn't have a nose. We're gonna take his body to the lake, maybe.
Was it because he stole?
What the?
It was not. It didn't really happen.
I thought I said go back to bed.
Are the kids a part of this warped reality too?
What did she do to you?
Who? Rebecca?
Don't say anything stupid.
Oh, you're a bit too young to hear, my lad.
Is she holding the doll?
What's that?
Yeah.
It's
Freaking person who just choked you.
the lady from the lake. Don't you remember?
He's dead?
What?
Is he dead?
Is it like his ghost?
The others, they say, stay away from her.
What others?
No, she's coming back.
He's dead. That's a ghost. That's his ghost. But it dragged the body back to the lake, and now he's a ghost on the property.
Stop! Stop, let me go! Let me go! Let me go!
Oh, shit!
Bitch! Let me go!
Was that when he like first like possessed him, kind of?
I think so. In a
Maybe
brief,
like a-
but in brief moments. It's not for long extended periods
Well,
of time.
he's gone now. What if he did go and?
He is.
But is it both of them though? Like, what the heck? Who is this lake lady woman? And why did she kill him? And why did she just go in the house and walk around and come back?
The eyes.
I'm looking at this as an opportunity to hone my skills. In Paris, I was a sous chef.
And here we are again.
Why? You tell me. I mean, this is all you. I'm you, aren't I? We've been doing this since it happened, haven't we?
It's like a coping mechanism.
Mm-hmm.
I'm having the strangest of dreams.
Are you?
That's what the mom said in Hill House.
A woman.
No.
A woman in bed with him.
Oh, my.
It's a woman I've not met before, have I?
Haven't you?
In the future.
Rebecca.
It's 2 years away.
It's like the timeline's all.
Yeah.
You are Hannah Grose. The year is 1987. You're at Bly. Dominic is dead. Charlotte is dead. Rebecca is dead. Peter is missing.
Dead.
You think Flora is 8. Something is wrong with Miles.
Peter Quint! You step away from that boy, do you hear me?
Is this the well? The wall that she saw? Was that the well? Remember in the church?
Swears you're such a bore and you don't know when.
To leave well enough alone.
It's like when he
He's
touches
speaking
him.
through. Yeah.
For fuck's sake, woman! Why can't you just leave well enough alone?
It's, yeah.
Nope. Most of the time, but not right now.
You're dead.
It's such a shame that you had to go and follow us. It was going so well.
What does her following have to do with it?
Honestly, Hannah!
This isn't right.
The net. Is she dead too? And she's like a ghost, kind of.
The crack.
Oh my.
Did this just freaking happen? Go back to the kitchen, please. Okay, yeah, okay.
But is she like?
A ghost. She died too.
Is she seeing her own?
Mrs. Gresham having the strangest dream.
This is when we
Yeah.
first.
Hi, Miles.
She's been dead this whole time?
So pleased to meet you, my lady. Oh,
Is she still down there?
I'm so sorry, I was,
Is that why
I was
she's?
miles away. Yes, sorry, Hannah Grose, it's a...
That's how she's in like different times and different.
Right, well, let's find our way inside. I'm sure Mrs.
She keeps seeing the crack because maybe that was the last thing she saw before she died.
And it's like she's not on a linear timeline.
Yeah.
And
So she's like looking, is this real maybe?
We can't count on the past.
I will go to Paris with you. Yes.
I'll call you later.
No, wait. No,
I know the road. It's fine.
She was in
Wait.
here the whole time?
please.
It's all good.
Can they not see her?
Wait! You're Hannah Grose. The year is 1987. You were at Bly. You had a Grose the years 1987. You're at Bly.
Aww.
You had a Grose.
Gosh.
Wow.
That was like a crazy episode.
Yeah.
It took you forever to realize what the hell was going really
Yeah.
on. Which I think now we can assume that Miss Grose is a ghost currently. Right before Danny showed up, she was killed by Miles by Peter really, but by used Miles, and got pushed into the well. I wonder if that's going to come back into play, if they're going to look in like the well and see her body at some point.
Yeah.
And that crack is what she's seeing, like what she saw when she died, and she's seeing it everywhere because it was so sudden, and kind of like what happened with Peter, like he didn't realize he was dead when he came back out and talked to the kids. I think that's what she was. Like she was thinking that.
Yeah.
And everyone else is still seeing her there. So everyone else is seeing ghosts and they don't even realize it. That's crazy.
Unless they're all ghosts too.
Oh my gosh. This was a really big plot twist. I did not think that's where they were going to go with it with Miss Grose. Like I thought there was something up with her, but like I kind of was thinking like more along your lines. I was thinking, oh, maybe she's possibly like not seeing the dead, but like maybe she killed like her husband and she's dealing with things, or maybe she killed Peter.
Or she's like kind of out of touch with reality.
Yeah.
But it's like she is out of touch with reality, but that's because she's like
dead.
And like that's why she was able to see Rebecca's vision, because she was like, oh, you're not usually in this, why are you in mine? And then Peter said like, and now you joined us or something like that. But I wonder if, because like at the end there it was almost like Owen didn't even see her. Like it makes me wonder,
is she there? Do they
even see her, or was that all everything she was talking, was it from her mind and her perspective?
Yeah.
Like was she ever even there? You know?
I gotta go back now and watch, like, is she being acknowledged? Like,
Because
we see her acknowledged. She has conversations.
But she's been acknowledged in the past, but, like, from going forward, because, like, in the well was when it probably happened. No, but she has been acknowledged.
Yeah.
She's talked.
No, they're definitely seeing ghosts, I feel like, too. Because, you know, she saw Peter behind Miles. You know, so people are just seeing the ghosts here.
So they can see her as the ghost.
I think they could just see ghosts, too, because, you know, there was that scene in the last episode, too, where they were trying to keep Danny from seeing the ghost that was walking through, which we don't know what the hell's up with that. Who is this lady from the lake who's dragging in mud and killing people?
Killed people. That was random. Like, why?
I'm assuming she was killed in the lake, and now she's, like, killing other people and bringing them to the lake for whatever motivation.
Wow, this is just a very, very interesting episode. That would explain the crack. Yeah, and then like I think that the way that they did tie it back to dementia is really interesting, because he was talking about like, you know, like the consciousness.
Yeah.
That's just very interesting. I didn't think that they were going with
No, I
her.
didn't.
At first I was like, oh my gosh, like what if Owen's like, you know, she's being treated for dementia, but I was like, no, that doesn't seem right. Wow, that was great. This was
a really good episode.
Really awesome episode.
This is, I think, the best episode of the season up to this point.
Yes.
It's just like you really had to like sit on a lot of moments and think it through and be like, damn, there's like a lot of like meaning there that like I honestly want to go back and rewatch this, to be honest, because like knowing now what we know at the end, I want to see it from beginning to end, because I feel like it was like really confusing for a while. They're like, what the hell is really going on here?
And she kept like walking into different rooms, and it was different times. And then
in situations that she was never in.
Yeah, and she mentioned like chapters. Like she's like, I'm in chapters.
Mm-hmm.
And then, but that really makes me wonder at the end there when she was talking to Owen about Paris, and she's like, oh yes, I do want to go, let's go. And then he like walked away. It was like the conversation wasn't what actually happened, or what? And then it's like she's using Owen. Obviously, she cares for him or cares about him. Like that's like she was using him as her kind of crutch. Like she would go back to that interview to like kind of ground herself again. Like, oh, we're doing this again. Your name is Hannah Grose. Mm-hmm. Wow, that was insane. That just makes me want to see the rest of the season and see like what the heck is up. Miles, what's up with Miles?
Mm-hmm. Well, Miles, I think we got a couple of our answers.
Yeah.
Obviously, Peter's dead. He is in a way kind of possessing Miles in brief like moments,
influencing
though.
Him, yeah.
But I don't even think it's influencing. I think he's like possession. I think there was that scene where they were kind of both looking, and he touches him, and then like he like is him, or he kind of is him for a little bit, or he's inside of Miles and he's like directing his actions, because he obviously didn't know he pushed down Mrs. Grose down the well.
Yeah.
He said like, I feel strange, because he still saw Mrs. Grose, because he still sees the ghost. It's like so weird, and it's crazy how they put it together. And there was like that weird moment, obviously, when Peter got taken by the lady from the lake into the other room and he walked out. He didn't know, and he was just kind of there like, oh, what's up? And they're like, oh, the lady, like, you didn't recognize what just freaking happened to you? And then it was the moment where they put that little doll in his hand and it fell through because he was a ghost, and then he had to pick it back up again. It was like really, really weird, but it was cool. And that's kind of like the same thing that was happening with Miss Grose when she got pushed down the well. Instantaneously, she was back in that same moment, but she was still like out of it because she thought she had just walked in there.
Yeah, and then
or just walked to it.
At one point too, like the neck went something weird. Remember earlier in the episode we were like, what? And then it like went back to her just like drinking the wine.
Yeah.
That, I mean, not to compare it to Hill House, but there was, Hill House had a lot of like, they played with time and the timeline, and like especially in the house, time was different. And I feel like there's a lot of similarities here in how they're like, using the time as kind of like the story. That's just like so awesome. It's really cool.
One thing that's a mind trip though, like up to this point of what we've seen, is that like in Hill House, like they had like ghosts getting people. I mean, we debate whether it was like kind of like a mental illness type of thing or it was really ghost. But if you're taking it for face value and you're saying that it was ghost, then like if you look at the perspective of like, in Hill House, it was like kind of ghost kind of like directing people to kill themselves. Whereas this one just outright choked Peter to death. I wonder if we'll get into that anymore. I'm really thinking now that, Rebecca was killed by this ghost too, and she didn't kill herself, obviously. At least that's what I'm thinking. And I feel like we're going to see that. And I wonder, like, what else is going to come from that? Like, I feel like there's going to be more about Rebecca's death that's going to lead to some more stuff here. Maybe she's going to see Peter's ghost and, like, maybe think that, like, he's not, like, dead yet still. Like, that's all, like, on the table. I honestly don't know where it's going to go from here. And, like, how it plays in with Danny too. Like, oh man, I'm just like, honestly, I'm just like, this episode was kind of a mindfuck, to be honest. I'm just like, I'm questioning everything we've seen up until this point.
Yeah.
And in a good way though. Like, I'm just like, damn, this show really took like a really, really positive turn. Like what Casey said, it was a really good show up to this point. The pacing was a little bit slower than what it was in Hill House, but this episode has really ramped it up. And like I said, I feel like this is the best episode of the season. Yeah. And I'm just so excited to continue to see what else it has in store for us.
All right, well, if you haven't already, please don't forget to subscribe and hit the bell so you can stay notified for all of our future videos.
Also, head over to our Patreon where we have full-length reactions as well as other exclusive content. The full-length reaction to the next episode of Haunting of Bly Manor is going to be over there right now, so if you want to check that out, the link's down in the description below.
All right, we'll see you next time.
Bye, everyone.